big small talks with Chucky, me and you. It's big small talks, BSing with the group. It's big small talks, expanding points of view. It's big small talks, it's big small talk.
I think, yeah, any other final thoughts on production or the thing in general?
I was saying it before we started it, but to me, this is probably one of my favorite Mac works.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's super complete. Kind of what I was saying is, like, I loved the different directions it took, like the different vibes of it, but it still feels like a whole
cohesive
unit.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, I would probably put this as, I don't know, like a top 3 Mac album for me.
What would you rate the album?
Would I rate it?
Out of 10. You could think about it.
Let me think about it. You go.
Would you? What's the final takeaway from the album for you?
Well, I guess talking about it more, and how like this was just a reflection of like his problems.
Yeah.
So, I would probably say, like, is the score the 10 is out of like Mac Miller albums or just in general?
No, just in general, like
kind of how we did, like production, reviews.
What would you?
I would probably say like a
lyrics,
like an 8. Like an 8 production wise, like it did sounded somewhat not outdated, but just below like what we have production wise. So it did sound kind of old, and his voice obviously I knew was like identified from like an older time.
Well, it's interesting because I think when you listen to watching movies with the sound off, that sounds way older to me, which is crazy because they're only a year different.
Yeah.
Which, you know what I mean, release date. So that seems kind of interesting to me.
Okay, but I wish we had somebody on here that like had heard the entire album back in the day.
Moment.
Because I have a idea that I believe they probably remastered it and remixed it for streaming purposes.
Oh, okay.
So even though they didn't change anything instrumentally, lyrically, or like anything like that, they probably polished it up.
Okay.
To where it sounds like super, super dope.
Yeah. Because I'm not mad at that. Yeah, I mean,
I'm not either.
Yeah.
I'm not either, but I wonder, because you're saying like, oh, like this sounds like way better than, or like in terms of like the polish of it.
I meant more like the
style, the
style
instruments.
And stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I know, like watching movies, it sounds off was like 2013, but like I don't know. There's like to me, there's a clear difference. Like
no,
you can definitely tell like which one was the newer album.
Well, but another thing that might be the cause of this is if it was released in 2013, he might have been writing it 2011, 2012.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas this album, if you released it in 14, he locked himself in a room and just did all of this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's supposed to be cohesive. It's all the same topic matter. It's all just about bars and it's free. And it's like, so he really just, went in there and like kind of did the whole thing.
Yeah.
Whereas again, kind of talking about like pressure with watching movies, it's like he kind of had a little bit more pressure on there. Like, and it's it was like 14 songs, it wasn't as big. And I feel like he had to prove something with that one.
Yeah.
So like maybe there was a little bit more pressure, whereas this one was more of a free for all, just creative outlet. And those tend to do the best.
Yeah.
Like when you have no pressure, like you're just doing it because you want to, like you're doing it for the fans, so I just feel like that's probably why we like it more than that. I still like TV with
Do you have a rating for it?
Well,
I see your notes.
Yeah. So we have the way we graded them last time was we have bars, lyrics, beats, production. So that's mixing, mastering, features, length, promotion, past, future, present, and then artist history. So I mean, bars, I definitely would say that this is like one of his top bars album.
Yep.
So what? Like I'd probably say like
I'd say that's like a
good
like
9.
A 9.
Good 9. And then lyrics, again, that just kind of goes with bars. And I think he has puns in there.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily, again, I feel like the topic matter is sad to me, just because we know what ended up happening. Like he's not here.
Yeah.
So, and especially because now we look at that and we're like, oh, he was definitely showcasing some signs of like he needed help. And like we were just like, we were cool with it being what it was. So like, again, like lyrics, it's like, I kind of don't agree with them, I just wish, it wasn't what it was, but they're still kind of good too, So it's still like a 9, 8 or 9. Still a 9. And then beats and production, a clear cut reflection of where he was going to be ending up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I don't think it was his best work in terms of the production.
I agree.
But it's like it's way better than watching TV, watching movies, and then it's just like you see where
see the
direction. Yeah, you see the direction.
Yeah,
I'd probably give that an 8.
Okay.
Production, mixing, mastering. Again, I don't know if this was the mix, but now it sounds
but from
great.
this right here,
It's
I
like,
think it's
like a 9. I like all of it.
Yeah.
Features. I was cool with the features, but I wasn't like wowed by any of them.
Yeah.
The Vince Staples one was sick. The Schoolboy Q one I didn't even hear Schoolboy Q on that.
He just the Mac Miller.
Yeah.
Mac.
What the heck was that? That was
I don't know.
That was
I think they were homies.
Yeah, they were.
So I think that was just having your homie on a
Damn, he
track
like made
that.
royalties just from like
Yeah,
saying
straight
his
up.
name.
Yeah, right.
Wow. I'll go because I don't really care about features either. But I'm gonna go 6 on that because like I just don't really care.
And
about
you're not a
features.
huge Rick Ross guy, I don't think either.
No.
Yeah.
Length. It's a long album.
It's a decent.
It's a
decent
long
length.
album, but also we're looking at it from he's dead. You know, we want as much Mac as we can get.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
No matter.
I
what.
feel like most albums were like short, and this one we're like, that's perfect.
Yeah.
But they weren't that. They weren't that long either, though.
They
Like,
weren't
there
that
wasn't
long.
that many 4-minute songs. It was all like
Exactly.
2 and 3.
We're so.
I'm gonna give it
what is
an
that called?
8.
We're so subjective.
Yeah, so subjective. My truth is my truth, dude.
Yeah.
Let's go. Promotion, past, future, present. I mean,
It's kind of
again,
hard.
He
I-
promoted
I
it
was
really
really-
well.
yeah, he did a great job promoting it. I mean, they did.
The whole dying
the
thing
merch-
was such a way.
yeah,
That
the
was,
merch
that
is
was
dope.
he took some risks.
Yeah.
And I think
yeah.
he's better for it.
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
that
the merch
he had
is
full
sick.
creative freedom on this.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna go.
Was the faces? Do we know that album cover? Was that the OG one, or did they make this?
Yeah,
Is this a new
yeah,
one?
that
Okay.
yellow one.
Oh, and I mean, and they have as far as promotion the short film.
Well, that was made by his manager.
No, I know, but
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
but that
yeah.
goes to this part.
Yeah,
of
yeah,
it.
it does.
I feel like it's hard because it's like, are we
Excuse me.
grading it then or now?
Yeah, I'm gonna just go 8 with that one. I like the merch.
Yeah.
Artist history. I mean, we give him a 10, right?
Yeah, you kind of have to give him a 10 out of stuff. We only talk
History?
about him every episode.
History?
Yeah, artist history.
Like just
Like
how
his
they are
cl-
as an artist.
Yeah, his
And
his
like comparing
climate-
it to like other stuff too. So like when we were doing the off season,
we
like
were
for J.
comparing it to
Cole,
the past.
yeah, it's like 2014. If 2014 Forest Hills Drive is like a 10, and you know like KOD was like a 9 or whatever, like we were saying, like where do we rank it? Because it had I can't be like the off season's a 10, and then it's like, oh, it's my 4th favorite J. Cole album or something like that.
All right, so let's see here.
Hey, bring out the calculator.
Yeah, bringing out the calculator because I can't do head math. You know what I'm saying? All right,
I kind of have a estimated
4, 6,
area. I'm guessing that yours is going to be pretty similar.
7.4.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a little lower than I thought. But I probably would grade your other ones a little bit different.
Yeah.
Like, I would grade the features a little bit higher.
Yeah,
'Cause-
I kind of cut my my average with putting that down, but I just don't really care about features.
Yeah.
So
See, but
I-
I would see it more as I don't care about features, but I think they were placed
Well.
correctly. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was only a couple.
Yeah.
They were here and there. It wasn't feature the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I think right now I'm in like a 8.59 range.
I think that's more true to how I feel about
yeah,
it too.
in that range. It'll kind of we'll see where we settle on it.
Yeah.
Which is I mean I think the off season, which is the only other we've only done 2 albums, right?
Yeah.
So that's the only other one, and that was an 8.2. So I think this is
Yeah.
properly rated above that.
Yeah, like 8.5, almost 9.
Yeah.
And then I kind of base it off of what I save on a playlist.
Mm-hmm.
And so like I will save some of these songs on
Yeah.
a playlist. You know where I'm
Or
saying?
also like how much am I willing to sit through the album?
Yeah.
Like there's some albums where I'm like I'll save a couple songs, but I'm not going to go through the album. Like this one, like
Yeah.
I could see myself going through the entire album again. So
Yep.
I definitely would think because the off season was also this year, so
Mhm.
I think so far this grade's better than that.
I still like Vince Staples' album.
Yeah.
Over both.
We have to do. I think we should do a Isaiah Rashad breakdown and a Vince Staples breakdown because I'd be interested to see where we grade all of those.
Yeah.
What would you grade this as far as Mac Miller albums? Because I'm thinking Swimming's probably still number 1 for you, and probably me too, or Circles.
Not Circles is definitely not number 1. I don't know. I feel like I still go back and forth between Divine Feminine and Good AM being like my favorite now. I think I have
Gotcha.
a biased opinion to Swimming because like that was my first like
Same.
you know, and it's also like his peak. You know, like he was at his top
Yeah.
tier game there. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I like recently just got back, just like went through actually good AM.
Yeah.
But, like I've heard the songs, but like to actually hear them as like a piece of work, like an actual
Whole
album.
Yeah.
So I still got to rate that, but I think I'm still Swimming's is like number one. For me,
I would say I think I'm still sitting on this one and kind of digesting it and dissecting it and stuff. But as far as like what I like,
it's pretty
definitely
high
top
me.
three.
It's pretty high.
It's definitely top three.
Yeah.
Especially because I feel like I'm going to get a lot out of it later on.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna dive into it now. I'm gonna overplay it. I'm not gonna want to listen to it for a while, and then I'm gonna go back on it.
Like the hip hop in this again, was just better than watching movies with sound off. So if I'm like trying to get a hip hop album from Mac, right now it's this one.
Yeah,
so
for sure. You feel good on this one?
Yeah. No, I think I like 5 a.m. And then Swimming probably up there. But then I don't know. Circle just makes like it just feels like a different
Mac.
thing.
Yeah.
It's almost like
a send off. It's like
it's like someone making like like really good like short films or something, and then like making like Batman or something. There's like circles. Like this is like this very
it's
serious
so different
where I want you to see different and feel different emotions.
To me, it's like it's a weird analogy, but like when I look at Marvel movies, Endgame wraps up the entire Marvel series, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Endgame is like one of the most iconic movies. All the money that went towards it, all the money it made, but it's still not my favorite, and I don't think it's the best. But it's such a perfect wrap up. So that's why I kind of feel like Circles is like a great wrap up and like a good send off, like what you're saying.
Yeah.
Maybe not my favorite, maybe not his best, but for what it is from when it came out, I feel like it was a perfect timing for that.
Yeah.
So